Hello, Jen here. Happy Thursday. Is it Thursday? Wednesday? Thursday? I've literally lost track because it's been one of those weeks. We're a couple weeks, or I guess a week and a half from Christmas. And this is the time that things start to get a little crazy, right? Which is exactly why I'm offering these healthy holiday hacks to help you and support you navigate the holiday season and thrive. We want you to thrive. And I see someone on here says, "Hi, Jen," and I'm not sure who it is because it's not giving me a name from where I'm seeing it. But hello, welcome. Glad you're here. Um, so today I'm going to be sharing one of my easy, simple go tos, especially when your day might seem super hectic. So, like for me today, it's been back to back to back calls, clients, meetings, all kinds of great stuff. Um, but I get to use the tools that don't take a lot of time and that are simple and easy to access. So, one is my breath, which I spoke to on the first day, the healthy hack number one. Oh, Allison, hello. Good to see you on here. Um, Yesterday, I talked about infrared sauna. So if you haven't seen those, definitely go back and watch those. And then today, I am going to be just talking about essential oils because this is something that is so easy for me to use. It's over the years of using essential oils, it's become a habit. So I'm using essential oils like throughout my day. It's funny because I was just recently on vacation, and so I had a friend of mine house sit and dog sit. And so she stayed at my house and took care of my puppy, which I'm so grateful for. But um, she literally sent me a text today with saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm so amazed by all the essential oils you have all over your house. They're everywhere." And it's true. They're everywhere. I have them in my office, I have them in my kitchen, I have them in my bathroom, my bedroom, literally everywhere. Because I like having them all over the place so I can grab them quickly. But so, for example, I have my diffuser going right here with some holiday peace in it to get in the holiday spirit. So I've had that diffusing as I've been working in my office. You might be able to hear my dog in the background, and he might start barking, just FYI. And then I have balance right here. And this is just such an easy thing to do. If you are kind of feeling stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, agitated, irritable, whatever it may be. Stress can manifest in different forms of emotions. Um, but essential oils are such a great way to just like take a minute and calm down and really calm the mind and the nervous system. And um, as I've talked about before, the idea of stacking. So I love to use my like stack. So use the essential oils and stack it with the breath and get an even more amplified benefit. So, such an easy thing to do. I happen to grab balance because balance is very balancing and grounding and centering. So, if I'm feeling kind of amped up or anxious or stressed out, just coming back to center and feeling grounded is super, super helpful, right? So, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put a couple drops in my hand. Okay. And so, this is such an easy way you can use essential oils. I'm just going to do a couple drops. You can do one or two drops, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to rub my hands together and I'm going to cup my hands over my nose and mouth. And I'm going to take a few slow, deep breaths. Okay. So, here we go. And that, in and of itself, is such a great way to get out of fight or flight, to get out of overwhelm, and come back to center, right? Because when we start to learn how to manage our mind, um, we discover that it's all about perception. So, how we perceive a situation, right? And so, if we're perceiving a situation as stressful or anxious or overwhelming, how can we see honestly just taking a break? That was like maybe 10 seconds and breathing in that aroma that is truly therapeutic. As we breathe in those calming aromas, those therapeutic compounds, we breathe them in through the nose and they go directly to the limbic system, which is that kind of the seat of our emotions and our emotional regulation. So it has a direct impact on the brain and our emotional state. And then when we combine breath with that, literally slowing down our breath really helps calm the nervous system. So the two combined are magic, right? And so I'm giving an example of creating calm and grounding and centering. You can do the same if you want to feel energized or motivated or focused or happy, right? Because different essential oils support with all of those different elements and all those different emotional states. And there's different ways you can breathe to support that too. So I'm not going to have time to go into all those different ones, but I know that stress and anxiety tend to come up a lot around the holidays. So that's what we're focusing on. And again, like having those tools nearby so you can access them quickly. So, for example, like I've got my diffuser on my desk, I've got this whole container of essential oils right here that I can just grab anytime I want to roll an oil on. I've got more in my drawer. Like I have these MetaPower beadlets. And so this is designed for supporting a healthy metabolism. And so I have those. I have in my glass here our MetaPower Advantage, which is a collagen powder that also contains precursors to NAD, which is anti-aging and promotes longevity. So I have this, I create it in my life and all around me in my environment. And I find it to be so, so supportive. So if you're already using essential oils, hopefully this will be like some ideas on how to integrate them more into your life and really maximize their benefits. I would say if there's one thing you do, have a diffuser going. Have a diffuser going because, again, like it helps set the mood for the environment and the space you're in. And those oils are going to help cleanse and purify the air that you're breathing into, which is always a nice added benefit. So, so much better than um, synthetically scented candles and air fresheners because those are ultimately they're toxic and you don't want to breathe that stuff in. So using pure therapeutic grade essential oils are a much better alternative and they're going to have therapeutic benefit as well. So if you have any questions about that, definitely comment below. Happy to help you out with essential oils. I'd love to know how you're using them as well in your life if you are a fan of oils and have gotten a lot of benefit from it. So that is all for today. Great to see all of you on here. And I'll be back tomorrow with another healthy holiday hack. Again, share your comments and your questions below. And looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. All right. Bye.